Question: do you think cars can become more grown-up and mature with time, just like you and I? Well, I certainly do. And a prime example of that is right next to me. Say hello everyone to the latest iteration of the Maruti Suzuki Baleno. Now, as most of you will know, the Baleno began its life as a sedan and was originally a replacement for the Esteem. In 2015, however, it made a comeback as a premium hatchback and even got an update along the way. This latest version, however, has taken quite a liking to everything tech and of course comes with a boatload of updates. So without further ado, let me walk you through them. One of the most instantly noticeable places of change are the exterior. The Baleno now comes with a wider honeycomb-shaped grille with a chrome line running across to the new projector headlamps. The 16-inch alloy wheels and fog lamp housing are new too. And Maruti Suzuki's latest has a much sharper look around the sides thanks to the chrome strip and updated shoulder line. The flatter bonnet up front and reprofiled bumper also give off a more premium appeal all around. But one of my favorite changes are the reshaped tail lamps and the 3-element DRLs, which look much prettier than before. However, I must mention the fact that the loading lip for the boot does look quite high and could be an annoyance for some. But the boot itself is quite deep and spacious, and that does help soften the blow a bit. The Baleno is available with 6 color options, and the one you see here in this video is the Nexa Blue, which looks much darker in person, and that is definitely a good thing. Overall, the Baleno appears to look a lot bigger than before, but is still based on the same hard tech platform and hence remains the same dimensionally. But that's not all. As you'd imagine, there are quite a few changes in here as well, starting with the 360-degree camera, which is a segment first. You can view it on this 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which Maruti Suzuki calls the Smart Play Pro Plus. It comes with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and Amazon Alexa compatibility along with voice recognition. Then of course there is the heads-up display, which again is a segment first, and all you have to do is keep this button pressed here for 2 seconds and voila! It rises up from just above the instrument cluster and has 3 different views as well. You can even adjust it for position and brightness, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. The Baleno also sports a new flat-bottom steering wheel similar to the one on the Swift and has a completely new layout to the dashboard. The AC controls look and feel much more premium, while the vents in the middle and the sides are quite simple yet upmarket. The MID and instrument cluster are new as well and once again make the Baleno feel much more luxurious than before. The top-end variant even comes with a dark blue element which looks quite unique than anything else in this segment. Furthermore, the front seats are new and have much better bolstering and, to Maruti's credit, feel much more comfortable. In the back, you now get rear AC vents along with 2 USB chargers. Speaking of which, the rear seats have quite a decent amount of knee room and headroom and should be decent for 3 adults as well. Although the Baleno is packed to the gill with features, it could have done with a wireless charger and a sunroof, at least as an option. Overall, Maruti Suzuki has outdone itself with the design and features on the new Baleno, and they must be commended for that. Now that you know all about the updates on this new Baleno, it's time to answer an essential question. What's it like to drive? Well, let's get out onto the road and find out. Maruti Suzuki has equipped the Baleno with an updated 1.2-litre 4-cylinder dual-jet K12N engine. Now, the officials say that the cylinder heads have been changed and they've even added an idle start-stop system. That versatile motor now produces 90 HP and 113 Nm of torque and boasts of a claimed fuel efficiency figure of 22.35 kpl for the manual and 22.94 kpl for the AMT. They have even strengthened the Baleno's structural rigidity and added 55 kg to the overall weight. That's not all they've done for safety. The updated premium hatchback can now be had with 6 airbags, which should be a lot more comforting for most. Then there's the new 14-inch disc brakes for the front wheels, which have definitely given the Baleno a better feel when it comes to stopping power. The suspension has been reworked too to improve the ride quality, and I must say, it does seem to translate well out onto the road. But what about the AGS? Honestly, there's no comparing an AMT to a CVT gearbox in terms of smoothness of shifts or performance. But Maruti's logic is that the AMT is the automatic gearbox for the masses, and that does make sense in a way. Although I'm not too sure how the discerning Baleno customer will feel about getting a slightly inferior gearbox just in the way of convenience. But that's something we'll have to wait and see. The 5-speed manual equipped Baleno is a good bit of fun to drive. The steering now centers back on turns, and that does mean much better feedback in the bends. The amazing thing is that the Baleno rides quite well too and feels quite posh in that respect. The K-Series engine still loves to be revved to the red line and feels quite energetic and quick on the move. All in all, the Baleno feels much more well sorted and mature to drive, with a nice dash of sporty thrown in there for good measure. Well, only thing left to do now is sum it all up for you. First things first, the Baleno now costs between Rs 6.35 lakh and 9.49 lakh rupees ex-showroom. That means it undercuts most of its rivals like the Volkswagen Polo, the Honda Jazz, the Toyota Glanza and the Hyundai i20, but not the Tata Altros. So what do you get for your money? Well, you get a much more refined, tech-laden, premium and fuel-efficient car than before. And although the CVT will be sorely missed, it will not, however, change the fact that the Baleno will continue to rack in sales numbers with aplomb. It's safe to say then, Maruti Suzuki has just made the Baleno's case even stronger.